Let's be real. If letting go of past trauma was as easy as just move on, we'd all be floating around like healed little angels with zero triggers and glowing skin. But nope. Instead, we're out here snapping at people over dumb stuff, waking up at 3 a.m., replaying old conversations, and praying, God, please help me, like it's our part-time job. Here's what most people won't tell you. Not letting go is costing you more than you think. Your peace, your energy, your relationships, your purpose. It's time to cut the emotional dead weight and start trusting that what's ahead is better than what's behind. But we're not doing it with wishful thinking. We're using strategy, soul, and some straight up science. Hey there, welcome to episode 18. I'm Crystal Sale, and I used to be exactly where you are now. I was holding on to the past and suffering on the daily for it. It took me way too long to let go and find the joy that was already there if I could have just opened my eyes to see it. Life is entirely too short not to get you there faster than I could on my own. So let's get straight to it. Step 1, be willing to believe that maybe, just maybe, God has a bigger plan that isn't about pretending to feel blessed and highly favored when you're actually feeling lost and broken. This is about cracking the door open to the possibility that your pain wasn't pointless, that what happened to you doesn't have to define you. And yes, God might actually use it for something good. You don't have to fake faith. You just need an ounce of willingness to believe. So say this out loud or mutter it in the shower, whatever works. God, I'm open to the idea that you can do something with this mess. That's your starting point. Not perfection, just permission. In 2018, I lost my job, which woke me up to the realization that I was deeply unhappy with my life. In an attempt to try to take control of some piece of my life, I decided that I would be much happier if I had someone to share my life with. And unfortunately, that looked like getting back with an ex that I had been holding on to. It seemed easy enough. I mean, he had been holding on to me too, so why not just make it official? The problem, while he did love me, he started to move on, and what followed was tumultuous and massively toxic. I completely lost myself in the trauma. But hope and willingness to believe that it could get better helped lift me out of my despair. Somehow I found my way out, but it wasn't easy. I wish I had had someone who went through it all that really understood where I was at and what I was going through. That's why I'm here for you now. So if you haven't joined the Rewrite, my weekly email to help you find yourself again, shift your mindset, and design a life you actually love, you can sign up at crystalasale.com/news. It's your permission slip to stop living for others and start rewriting your story. Step 2, find the gold in the garbage. Okay, let's not sugarcoat it. Some of the stuff that happened to you was garbage. It was painful, unfair, maybe even traumatic. But here's the truth. You can't change it, but you can change what you do with it. Start by asking, what did I learn about myself because of this? What boundaries did I finally put in place? Who did I become after surviving that? This is what reframing looks like. It's not toxic positivity, it's tactical power. You're not pretending it didn't hurt, you're just refusing to let it keep hurting you. Try this journal prompt. One thing I gained because of what I went through is own it. That strength, it's yours now. Step 3, forgiveness isn't about them. Spoiler, it's about you. Let's get something straight. Forgiveness is not saying it's all good. Forgiveness is saying I'm not letting this person live rent-free in my head anymore. That ex I had, he couldn't make up his mind about who he wanted, me or that shiny new person without the entire history with him. And while most women just getting started in a new relationship probably would have walked away from his indecision, this girl, she wanted to win. So when I say I hated this girl, it doesn't even really cover it. She was pure evil in my eyes. I hated her long after I forgave my ex, but I prayed to find a way to let go of the hurt. Then one day, it finally occurred to me that it had to be her. Anyone else would have left, leaving me in a toxic, resentful relationship. I would have settled for someone that I wasn't meant to be with out of fear of being alone. And I was finally able to forgive her and let go of all that past trauma. You can forgive someone and never let them back into your life. You can forgive someone who never apologized. You can even forgive yourself, especially if you've been dragging around shame for something you did or didn't do. Try writing a letter to the person, to yourself, to your younger self. It doesn't matter. You don't need to send it. You just need to say it. Even if you're not ready to forgive, just say you're open to the idea. You can also say this prayer: Dear God, I don't want to feel this pain anymore. I don't want to hold on to this hurt. Change my heart. Break through the tiniest crack that I'm leaving for you and help me find forgiveness for this person, event, this trauma. And that's enough to start shifting your heart and open the door for grace to get in. And if you want more tips to help you through the hard times, make sure you sign up for the rewrite, okay? So on to step 4, your inner child work. This is also known as why you're still reacting like it's 2005. Here's where we get into the good stuff, the deep stuff, the sciencey stuff. So if you've ever caught yourself having a disproportionate reaction, like flipping out over something small, shutting down in conflict, or people pleasing to the point of resentment, that's likely your inner child running the show. So why? Because trauma gets stored in the emotional brain, not the logical one. The amygdala, which is your brain's alarm system, doesn't distinguish between past and present danger. So when something reminds you of an old trauma, just even slightly, it rings the alarm just like it did back then. That's why inner child work matters. It helps your brain realize that you are safe now. You're literally rewiring your nervous system by giving your younger self what she didn't get: safety, love, acknowledgement. I had no clue about any of this stuff when I was figuring out how to heal, but thankfully, God placed a Reiki practitioner in my life at the right time. I honestly didn't believe in that woo-woo energy crap. I was only trying to network with her. Well, I did a session and I bawled my eyes out the first time I hugged little Crystal, and I felt like this massive weight lift off of my chest. So a guided session is always great. You can find a practitioner or look for a meditation on YouTube, but I'm also going to give you a technique you can try on your own right now. So go ahead and try this exercise. So close your eyes, picture yourself at the age when the trauma happened. So this may not be obvious or even seemingly traumatic. Just go with what comes to mind first. So for me, it was just getting into a fight with a boy in elementary school, which is so stupid. Now imagine sitting next to her, hold her hand, say, I see you, I believe you, you didn't deserve that, but I've got you now. Then give her a hug. Ask her, what do you need from me today? And then journal whatever comes up. Do this regularly. Talk to her often. The more you show up for her, the less she'll hijack your present. Now, step 5 is about letting go and letting God. Yes, really. We all say we're surrendering stuff to God, but let's be honest, most of us are handing it over with one hand and grabbing it back with the other. I've thought I surrendered a million times only to realize I was still trying to control every step. Here's the deal. Letting go isn't a passive action, it's a practice. It looks like catching yourself mid-spiral and praying, God, interrupt this. Saying, I don't get it, but I trust you do. Or repeating, God, I surrender myself to you. Take care of everything. like it's a mantra until you mean it. You don't need to know the next 10 steps, just the next one. That's how you let go and let God, not by being perfect, but by showing up anyway. Now listen, letting go of the past isn't soft. It's not weak. It's freaking brave. It's choosing freedom over familiarity. It's deciding you're worth more than what hurt you. It's saying, God, I'm tired of dragging this. I'm ready for something better. And here's the truth, friend. As soon as you start letting go, you start letting in everything you've been praying for. And if you want some help making room for the good stuff, join my newsletter where I give you weekly inspo and soul food for your next chapter. Enter your email at crystalasale.com/news or grab the link from the show notes below. And if you want to dive deeper into how you can finally control those emotional outbursts that set you up squarely in the doghouse, check out episode 4, where I walk you through 3 strategies to increase your emotional peace. All right, my friend, if you found value, let me know in the comment section below. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.